everyone. I am Lillian, founder and president of Time to Sign, and we're having a training coming up on thriving together. And I want to talk a little bit about different focusing areas that we are doing as part of the training. But I want to talk to you about social wellness and why it's so important that we look at that and we plan to do strategies to make ourselves thrive in our social wellness area. So let's talk about social wellness. Social wellness is all about effective communication, establishing healthy boundaries, fostering a sense of belonging and community, being part of the social beings we really are. So we need to learn how to communicate better, how to set the real boundaries so that people understand our beliefs and the way we are, interactions with others, and overall well-being. So let's talk about some things, some strategies that we can do. Well, let's talk about benefits first, and then let's talk about strategies. Why is it important for us to look at our social wellness? It reduces feelings of isolation and loneliness, increases job satisfaction and morale, enhances communication skills, builds a sense of belonging and support, promotes collaboration and teamwork, boosts creativity and innovation through diverse perspectives, provides emotional support during challenging times, and improves conflict resolution. That's a big one. Facilitates networking and professional growth opportunities, promotes a sense of camaraderie among others and colleagues. And there's a lot more. I was just giving you a few reasons. And so let's do some strategies. Let's talk about some strategies we can do that will boost our self-wellness practices. Okay. Well, establish regular team building activities and social events. Look around. What's going on? Go to Meetup or some of the other different groups that you see on Facebook. Wherever you are, I'm sure there's stuff going around locally that you can tap into. Encourage open communication channels with you and others, even in the workplace. Implement peer support systems or buddy programs, or be part of a buddy program. Are you knowledgeable in an area? Become a buddy or a coach. Organize group discussions or support cycles. Foster a culture of appreciation and recognition for colleagues' contributions. Promote active listening. Listen, active listening is one of the most important things that we need to learn. A lot of people listen to respond. They're not listening to understand. So we need to listen to understand. How do we do that? We look at the person and we listen. Like, take all the other stuff out of the way and just listen. And then, let them know, is this what I'm hearing? So for example, if somebody says, hey, Lily, I need you to do this task. I would go, okay, you need me to do this task? So I want to be able to understand, because a lot of times we're not listening, and then that's where a lot of conflict comes. So listening to understand, not to respond. So from now on, and there's a lot that we will go into in the training about that, because that's a big one that a lot of times creates conflict. How about texting? How many times people text and then they have a lot of conflict because the text comes out so differently than what you meant to say. So there's a lot of that too. So anyways, the other one is offer training workshops or effective communication and conflict resolutions in the workplace. If you're a manager, leadership coach, or anything like that, you may want to do that. Or just, talk about what's online about that. There's so many things on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on anything like that that you can tap into. Create a welcoming and inclusive environment for staff members. Encourage participation in your community. Here's some other self-practices. So let's talk about, that's like group practices, but let's talk about ourselves. What are things that we can do? Well, initiate conversations with colleagues to build connection, attend networking events or professional development workshops outside of work, practice active listening. I already said that. Join online communities online. There's so much out there that you could look at. Offer to be mentor or support newer staff members. Set boundaries. I talk about the 10 most important boundaries, like time and physical touch and all these boundaries, financial boundaries. There's so much that you can tap into and do those boundaries. A lot of people say things boundaries are a negative, but it's actually very, very positive. Practice gratitude. I do that every day now. I meditate and I practice gratitude about what I have, for the day, all that. Also, abundance. Do affirmations of abundance. That works miracles. I started doing that a lot for my business, and it's changed my business financial. So it's really, really good. And you could do it for yourself. And engage in hobbies and activities that bring you joy. So there's a lot, again, that I have, and there's a lot of practices and things like that, and we go over point by point on how to do it. Importance of building the connections and so on. So there's a lot, and then there's a lot of practical ideas like journaling and so on. So I hope this helped a little bit. I hope you join us for this training coming up. Again, it's going to be below, so just go ahead and reach out, and it's limited space, but we want you there. So that's part of the Thriving Together training. And I'll be doing more. Now the next one is going to be on emotional wellness, and then I'll do one on spiritual wellness, and then I'll do that in physical wellness. Thanks.